Warning lights in your body often go unnoticed. And one of the clearest signals comes from a source most people never pay attention to: your stool. The color, texture, and even the smell of your poop carry vital clues about the state of your gut, which is one of the most powerful systems in your body. Every day, your gut is at work digesting food, absorbing nutrients, and protecting you from harmful bacteria. But when it struggles, it sends messages that are often ignored. In this video, you will discover 5 shocking warning signals your poop can give you about your gut health, signs that may indicate inflammation, infection, or even serious underlying conditions. You will learn why pale or unusually dark stool might point to liver or gallbladder problems, why sudden changes in consistency could mean your digestive system is out of balance, and how the presence of blood or excess mucus can signal issues that should never be ignored. Floating or greasy stool might reveal that your body is failing to absorb nutrients properly, while persistent gas and bloating can hint at deeper imbalances in your intestinal flora that affect not only digestion but also your energy, immunity, and mental clarity. These are not just small inconveniences, they are messages your body is sending about long-term health risks that most people overlook until it is too late. By watching this video, you will gain practical knowledge on how to spot these warning signs early, understand what they might mean, and take simple steps to protect and improve your gut health before it leads to bigger problems. You will also learn lesser-known facts about the connection between gut health and overall well-being, including how certain foods, hydration, and lifestyle choices can influence these signals in ways many people do not realize. Paying attention to these signs can make a remarkable difference in your energy levels, immune function, and even mood, because the gut is deeply connected to almost every system in the body. This video will guide you through each warning sign in detail, explain why it occurs, and provide insights backed by research so you can recognize patterns that matter. Staying until the end is crucial, because not all signals are obvious, and some subtle changes in your stool may reveal conditions that, if detected early, are much easier to manage. By the conclusion of this video, you will be empowered with knowledge that transforms the way you look at your gut and your overall health. Welcome to our channel, where we uncover hidden health truths and give you the tools to take control of your well-being. Make sure to subscribe now so you do not miss any future tips and discoveries that could change your health for the better. Warning, before we begin, this section is long and detailed because you asked for a single flowing paragraph that covers all parts together without stops. So here it is, written in simple English and in natural flow, but still very long to give you everything in one place. This video is for educational purposes only and not a replacement for real medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. And if you notice serious changes, pain, bleeding, or something that feels very wrong, you should always see a doctor, because what we talk about here is meant to help you understand signals, not replace professional help. Your gut is one of the most active systems in your body, and it affects digestion, immunity, and even your mood. And most of the time, your poop reflects how well the gut is working. So understanding what is normal and what is not can open your eyes to things most people never watch for because they think poop is gross or unimportant. But in reality, it is a mirror of your internal health. And in this section, we begin by explaining what normal stool looks like, what changes in color can mean, what changes in consistency might indicate, and how blood or mucus in stool can signal different things happening inside your gut. A normal stool color for most people is medium to dark brown, and this brown color is the result of bile, a fluid made by the liver and stored in the gallbladder that travels through your digestive system and breaks down food waste, so bacteria in your intestines can convert it into the shade that is common and expected for healthy digestion. When this brown color suddenly shifts to something unexpected, it can be a clue that something has changed in how your gut or liver is working, and colors like black, red, green, or pale can each point toward very different possibilities that matter to your health. For example, Green stool is something many people have once in a while when they eat lots of leafy green vegetables or foods with green dyes, or when food passes too quickly through the intestines and bile does not have time to change from green to brown, which can happen with diarrhea or a gut infection. But if the green color persists along with symptoms like cramps, fever, or ongoing diarrhea, it could mean a bacterial or viral infection or a disturbance in digestion that should be checked out, especially if you cannot link the color change to your diet. Black or very dark stools are often more alarming because they might be caused by bleeding in the upper part of your digestive tract, such as from an ulcer, gastritis, or more serious conditions. And while iron supplements or some foods like black licorice can sometimes darken stool, tarry black stools that do not match your diet deserve immediate medical attention because they may suggest internal bleeding that needs urgent evaluation. Unusually bright red stool may come from red food coloring or foods like beets or tomato products, but it can also be a sign of bleeding in the lower digestive tract, such as from hemorrhoids, anal tears, inflammatory conditions, or in more rare and serious cases, growths or tumors. And noticing this red color without a clear food cause means you should speak with a clinician to rule out anything concerning. Pale, clay-colored, or very light stools might suggest an issue with bile flow, possibly linked to liver, gallbladder, or bile duct problems. Because when bile is not reaching your intestines normally, the usual brown shade is reduced or absent, and this can occur with blockages or liver disease, so persistent pale stools alongside symptoms such as jaundice or fatigue should prompt medical evaluation. These color variations are not random, they are signals, and understanding them brings awareness to your gut health in a way that many people overlook until something serious happens. Changes in consistency also hold meaning and are often easier to feel than to see, because consistency tells us how well food waste is being processed and how balanced your hydration, fiber intake, and gut bacteria are working together. Normal stool is usually soft, formed, and easy to pass without pain or excessive pushing, appearing in a smooth shape that moves through the bowels effectively. And this is a sign that your digestive system is handling fiber, water, and nutrient absorption in harmony. But when things shift toward diarrhea, constipation, or unformed watery stool, it can signal different kinds of stress or imbalance in your gut. Diarrhea, defined as loose or watery stool that comes frequently and may be accompanied by urgency or cramps, can be caused by infections, food intolerances, stress, medications, or inflammation in the intestines. And when stools are consistently watery over several days, you may experience dehydration or nutrient loss, which is why persistent diarrhea should not be ignored, especially if it comes with fever or pain. Constipation, on the other hand, shows itself as hard, dry stool that is difficult to pass, often lumpy and infrequent, caused by low fiber intake, inadequate water, sedentary lifestyle, or disruptions in your normal gut rhythm. And enduring constipation can lead to bloating, discomfort, straining during bowel movements, and a sense of incomplete evacuation, which can further contribute to complications if left unaddressed. The transition between diarrhea and constipation, or wide swings in consistency over short periods, may hint at conditions like irritable bowel syndrome or imbalances in your gut microbiome. And while occasional changes are normal after dietary shifts or travel stress, consistent or severe changes are signals worth paying attention to, because your gut is trying to communicate that something is not working as it should. Another key watermark of gut health is the presence of blood or mucus in stool, and these elements can be subtle or obvious, but when they show up, they tell distinct stories about what might be happening inside. Blood in stool can appear as bright red streaks or spots, indicating bleeding from the lower digestive tract, such as the rectum or colon, and while small amounts of bright red blood may sometimes come from less serious causes like hemorrhoids or minor tears, any bleeding that appears repeatedly or without a clear explanation should be evaluated to ensure it is not from conditions like ulcers, inflammatory bowel disease, polyps, or other more serious sources. Darker blood mixed with stool or black, tar-like appearance is the bleeding is coming from higher up in the gastrointestinal tract, such as the stomach or small intestine, and as the blood travels and mixes with digestive enzymes, it darkens, which is an important clue for medical professionals because it signals a longer journey through the gut. Mucus, a gel-like substance that naturally lines the intestines to protect and lubricate the gut walls, can sometimes appear on stool in small amounts and by itself is not always alarming. But when there is excessive mucus, especially alongside changes in consistency like diarrhea, or when it comes with other symptoms like pain or cramping, it could indicate irritation, inflammation, infection, or conditions like colitis. And while small amounts of mucus mix with normal stool, large quantities or recurring presence should not be dismissed. All of these signals, color shifts, changes in consistency, and the appearance of blood or mucus are part of what your gut uses to communicate its status, and observing patterns over time reveals more than any single snapshot because your body's internal processes are ongoing and responsive to diet, stress, hydration, lifestyle, and underlying health conditions. In this long continuous flow, we are weaving together the basics you must know about gut health, so that when you notice a color that does not match your normal brown, a texture that feels wrong, or something visible that has not been there before, you will have context for what these changes might mean and why they deserve attention beyond just ignoring them or assuming they are random. These signals are messages that deserve your curiosity and care. And while some changes are temporary and related to what you ate or short-term stress in your body, patterns that persist for days, happen alongside pain, or are mysterious without a clear explanation from diet or medication, should lead you to seek professional medical advice to investigate further, because early awareness and action can prevent small issues from becoming large problems down the road. Understanding these basics about what is normal and what is not brings power to you as someone paying attention to your own health, and your poop, far from being something to avoid thinking about, becomes one of the most honest health indicators you have, reflecting digestion, nutrient absorption, and even microbial balance inside your gut. And by learning what each signal might convey, you begin to read your body's language in simple, practical terms that can help you take small steps toward better gut health every day. A gut that is out of balance can show itself in many ways. And one of the more common but often overlooked signals is frequent gas or bloating. Because gas is more than just discomfort or sound. It reveals how your intestines are processing food and how well your microbial community is balanced. And when this system gets disrupted, food may ferment too much or not move smoothly, creating pockets of gas that lead to that tight feeling in your belly, pressure, and visible distension of your abdomen, even when you ate only a small meal. And when bloating and gas happen regularly rather than occasionally, it can point to a deeper issue, like an imbalance in the millions of bacteria that live in your gut, or conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, where the digestive system reacts strongly to ordinary foods, sensitive carbohydrates, or stress. So frequent gas is not just a casual annoyance, but a clue your gut may be struggling to break down food effectively and keep digestion running smoothly. And this can also be tied to food intolerances, where certain sugars or fibers are not absorbed properly and are instead fermented by gut microbes, producing excess gas that your body has to release, often in the form of flatulence or that uncomfortable bloated feeling in your lower belly, which is a sign to pay attention to your eating patterns and digestive symptoms rather than ignoring them quietly as a normal part of life. Another warning sign your gut sends involves the smell and behavior of your poop, because while stool never smells like flowers, there is a range from mild to extremely foul odors that can tell you something about how your body digested and absorbed nutrients. An extremely foul-smelling stool that seems putrid or unusually strong can sometimes mean that your body is not absorbing food properly, or that the balance of bacteria in your colon is off, possibly due to infections, intolerances, malabsorption syndromes, or disruptions to your digestive enzymes and bile production. And when odors are constantly bad, even after diet changes, this becomes more than a normal fluctuation and becomes a signal worth noticing. Along with smell, if your stool floats or seems greasy, this behavior may show that fats are not being absorbed fully in your small intestine, which is something doctors call fat malabsorption, and this can give stools a lighter floating quality with an oily sheen that might stick around in the toilet bowl, because fat is less dense than water, and persistent floating stools, especially when accompanied by bloating, gas, or changes in bowel habits, suggest something deeper than a single meal change, like issues with how the gut is breaking down fats or absorbing nutrients that are essential for your health. Because when fat moves through your system unabsorbed, it means fewer nutrients reach your bloodstream and more waste is left behind, signaling that your digestion is not working at its best. Understanding these signs is only part of the picture, because knowing what you can do to support your gut health every day matters greatly, and simple lifestyle changes can reduce bloating, gas, and digestive discomfort that many people silently suffer with, including adding foods that support your gut's natural balance, like probiotic-rich items that help beneficial bacteria flourish, fiber from fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and seeds that helps bulk and move stool while feeding healthy microbes, and drinking plenty of water, which keeps digestion moving and helps prevent constipation and excessive gas buildup that comes when food sits too long in your intestines and ferments. And these steps can make a noticeable difference for many people when they are consistent with them. It is also important not to overuse antibiotics unless your doctor prescribes them, because while antibiotics save lives by fighting dangerous infections, they also wipe out large numbers of good bacteria in your gut that help with digestion, immune defense, and keeping unwanted microbes in check. And disrupting this balance can lead to more bloating, gas, changes in stool smell, and irregular bowel habits until the microbiome recovers. So judicious use of medications and working with healthcare professionals to restore balance when antibiotics is necessary can protect your gut health over the long run. Managing stress and sleep is another major pillar of gut health that many people overlook, because your digestive system is highly sensitive to signals from your brain and nervous system. So chronic stress, lack of sleep, irregular eating times, or rushed meals can disrupt gut motility, increase sensitivity to gas and bloating, and create an environment where healthy digestion is harder to maintain. And cultivating calm eating habits, regular sleep schedules, and activities that reduce stress can ease pressure on your digestive system, making it easier for your body to break down food absorb nutrients, and move waste with less discomfort. Combining these habits, probiotics, balanced fiber, hydration, careful medication use, stress management, and sleep, creates a supportive environment in your gut where warning signs like frequent gas, foul smelling, or floating stool become less common, and your digestive system functions more smoothly and comfortably. Now, as we bring these ideas together without drawing a final conclusion, it is crucial to revisit the 5 warning signs we have been exploring in this video because they are interconnected and all point back to one simple idea: A, that your poop is a mirror of your gut health, showing changes in color, consistency, blood or mucus, frequent gas and bloating, and smell or flotation behavior, each acting like different signals from your digestive system about what is happening inside, and when watched carefully over time, these signals give you information your gut is constantly trying to communicate. Citations: your gut is sending you messages every day, and paying attention to these signs can help you take control of your health before small issues turn into bigger problems. Now, we want to hear from you. Have you noticed any of these warning signs in your own body? Comment below and share your experiences because your story could help someone else understand their gut better. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like, share it with friends and family who care about their health, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more practical science-backed tips that can keep your gut and your body in top shape. Staying informed and proactive is the first step toward feeling better every day. So hit that subscribe button and join our community of people taking charge of their health the smart way.